So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hello everyone, I'm Raikou99 and this is Tomba any %. A lot of people would know this game from a lot of different scenarios, like they would have played it as a kid, played a demo disc of it, seen it on SGDQ or the second one on SGDQ. So yeah, there's a lot of situations where this game comes up. It's definitely a classic PS1 game. It's very underrated. Like a lot of people haven't played it. So here's your. If you haven't played it before, this is probably the first experience you'll get of it. And definitely don't take this as your first experience of it. Definitely want to play it again because you kind of miss a lot in the speedrun. I'm going to be skipping quite a few things, and it really does take away from what the game is. So. First thing here, I'm collecting chicks from the giant eggs. To progress through the game, you have to collect a bunch of pig bags and then catch the 7 evil pigs in the pig bags. The boss doors are randomly fixated all over the world in the game, and the only way for those doors to show up is to have the pig bag. So there isn't much to the start of the game. You kind of just want to get to the first old man of the game who helps you out in your journey and basically just explains what is going on. And I'm also doing a couple things that you wouldn't normally do at the start of the game in your casual playthrough. So I'm just getting those out of the way while I'm in this area. First things first here is I'm going to learn how to do the animal dash, which increases my speed almost over double. So as you can see right now, I'm moving kind of slow, but I'm getting bananas from that guy who I give to a monkey in a tree, and the monkey in the tree teaches me how to do animal dash. Okay, I missed the swinging pole and I did that wrong as well. Oh man, what a mess. There we go. So give him the bananas and he teaches me the animal dash. So the animal dash is just holding square to run. And the game gets a lot faster now. Still collecting chicks as I go along. Okay, so this is the 100-year-old man hut. There's 4 of these old men in the game. There's a 100, 1,000, 10,000, and 1 million-year-old man. Each of them are basically explaining to you the journey that you're doing, like saving the world from evil pigs who have basically turned the whole world upside down. Each section of the game has been converted into like a darker version of it because the pigs have just cast their evil magic on it. So catching the pig restores the area back to its original way.
This was once a beautiful, peaceful land.
This cutscene is unskippable, unfortunately, so we have to endure it.
For some reason, the evil pigs seem to be collecting gold. I bet your grandpa's bracelet that was stolen by the Tomba pigs was made out of gold too. The 7 evil pigs are hiding somewhere in this world. If you find them, I'm sure you'll be able to find your bracelet as well. Just remember, be very careful.
Okay, yeah, so generally what I just said, pigs, evil, magic, catch pig, save world. So that item I just collected there is a very important item to the run. It's called a charity wing, and what it allows you to do is to warp to locations you visited. It's very, very handy. Traveling through this game by running is definitely the slowest way if you have already visited the area. So this is going to be a bit confusing. I'm learning the dwarf language by jumping on their heads, and I'm leveling up the dwarf language by jumping on their heads, and it's really a peculiar way to learn a language, but if you ever want to learn a different language, that's how you do it, jump on someone's head. So now that we've got the dwarf language, by jumping on 3 of the dwarf's heads, talk to this guy, and I can understand him 100% perfectly now. So that's the first instance of using a charity wing to walk back to the start of the area, faster than going backwards for it, or running all the way back. So this is a trick coming up here. Damn it, I screwed it up, never mind. You can actually skip the animation of that dwarf that freezes you in place by jumping off the spring ball as soon as possible and then jumping to the right without holding dash. For some reason it triggers it, but doesn't actually freeze you in place. Still haven't worked out entirely why it works like that, but it just does. So far this run is not that great. So if it didn't catch it being explained, I might have mashed through the text too fast. I'm saving these dwarfs because they've been kidnapped by the pigs. Because this is the first area that's been affected by the pig's evil magic. And a dwarf child as well. I also just equipped one of the first pairs of pants you get in the game. You get jumping pants and dash pants. Jumping pants are purple and dash pants are grey. They both have different attributes, in the case of the jumping pants, you jump higher. The dashing pants, you jump higher and dash faster. It's very subtle, you don't really notice it unless you pay attention to how much faster you're actually going. But doing it just playing casually, you probably wouldn't really notice how much it affects your jump. This is probably the slowest part here. You have to talk to each of these dwarfs one by one as they walk past you. It's incredibly tedious. I really, really wish that you could skip it, but from what I've found so far, there's literally no way. So the Dwarf Elder provides you with the first pig bag. So that's the Blue Evil pig bag. So that's 1 out of 7 that you need for the run. So running into this location here, I don't have to do anything here, so I'm just going to walk straight out, but I need the warp location for later. And now I'm entering the mushroom forest. Now this place is like, it's very, very annoying. It's not like it's too hard to do in a speedrun, but it has one of the most annoying enemies in the game. These flowers, whenever you got like a mushroom effect on you, they do that really annoying laugh. I'm keeping quiet because I want like everyone to bask in how annoying this noise actually is. I do that for you, chat. So, I'm grabbing the laughing mushroom again before I leave because I want to carry the effect that it gives you all the way until I get to the first laughing door in about 10 minutes. Also, here comes the first frame perfect trick, skip of the run. If I can get it, I'll explain it as I progress forward. So I'm going to line up with this sign. I missed it, damn it. Okay, so what I was trying to do is I'm trying to use the save board, and I'm trying to use it on the last frame before I start this conversation. If I manage to do that, it gives me full control of Tomba while the mouse are having their conversation. It's frame perfect, but it has like a buffer that you can get to like the last frame, and then you just have to press circle and square at the correct time, and it's still pretty hard even if you get into the right spot. So that's another instance of going to an area just to unlock the warp location for the charity wings. I don't need to do anything in lava caves, I just need to go there so I can warp there later on. Yeah, Phoenix Mount Skip it's a pain. That trick is definitely a pain. This game's gotten to the point where that makes or breaks the run now as well, so like, if I miss it in a run, I usually just reset. I just want to point out that Tomba is true anime. So just remember that. So I'm taking this little villager to go to the wine pump at the end of this area, because they need to fix the pump so they're able to drink wine. Apparently they're like, I don't even know, they're just like wine. So rather than saving the world from evil pigs, I'm helping them drink. I'm pretty much an enabler. So that's that's the pipe fixed. Also, I'm breaking these eggs as much as I can along the way. The main reason for that is because they're casting magic in the 1,000-year-old man's room. It's causing a firewall to be up, and I can't get to speak to him while that firewall's up. So breaking all the eggs around that area allow me to get into that room. So I figure I'd just do a bit while I'm on the way there. It's the faster way to do it. Talk to this guy. He makes a chest spawn in the town hall area, which I'll open once I get the 1,000-year-old key. Saving this villager gives me a small key, which I need to open one of the doors in this mansion. Okay, I didn't get the clip. You can clip under the bird sitting on that egg, and it allows you to break the egg while he's in a invincible state. And then you can just skip having to throw him, which saves a little bit of time, but it's not like a big deal to miss it. So while I'm going around breaking all these eggs, I'm collecting these large key panels as well. In one of the rooms in this area, there's a painting on the wall where you slot the key pieces into. And then you can make a big key, which is used to open the big key door that I saw just recently. Okay, there's a small key door. Can't see the keyhole on the door, so it's hard to tell which one it is unless you actually know. And that's the last egg. That egg isn't actually breakable unless you break all the other ones as well, so... So this is the 1,000-year-old man's room. So normally there'd be a giant firewall blocking my conversation with him. That's why I'm like not able to walk close enough to him. That's about as far as I can get where I'm standing right now. Because they don't remove the block of it, but they allow you to talk to him. Okay, coming up is another one frame trick I hope to get. So in this chest is a pig bag. I'll try and get it and then I'll explain what it's all about. Got it. Okay, so normally two events come up, an event clear text and a new event pops up if you collect a pig bag. It takes about 7 to 8 seconds. But because I pressed select on the last frame before I collected the bag and then flew away, I collected the bag as I was flying away. So I was able to skip the event. Also, now is the first boss fight of the game. I've also got a new strat for this boss, so hopefully I can get it. Shoutouts to Grady219 for finding this strat. This is like new, I've never actually done this successfully in a run, so this will be interesting if I get it. Wait for the first text box come up, then mash through the rest. Run to the middle. Bad RNG. That's unfortunate. So still not that bad, but what normally would happen is he would appear under that platform in the middle. I can then somehow clip through the platform and then throw him to the left, and he'll land in the bag. By the way, that's a boss fight as well, so very, very short in this game. You just throw the pig in the bag, you're done. So I've got to put all the key panels into the painting now. So I collect the big key, even though the big key is still sitting in the painting. God knows why that is, but there we go. This grapple that I'm going to do in this room, I grapple onto the ceiling twice and then jump to where the pig bag is. Normally you have to swing on the swinging post in the middle, so hopefully I get it. Got it, okay. So yeah, normally you have to swing on the poles in the middle, but if you use the grapple you can get up there. It's difficult, but it is possible. Okay, so now I can progress through lava caves because we've captured that pig, which put all the flames down. So now I can move through here, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to go get a couple more charity wings and get the dashing pants as well. Also collecting the red pig bag as well. That was really close. You're kind of like a bit blind when you jump onto that platform because it's kind of below the screen. Okay, second boss fight. Just go up to this corner, sit on this, and okay, that's some bad RNG, damn. Two cycle, which is fine. But what I would have preferred is him to spawn where I'm standing now, or the white platform, like white, silver, grey platform just under me. But I will take that, it's still not that bad. So this is a new strat that I've been practicing. It was made by Fuzziness. I hopefully will get it because this is the most worrying part of the run. Okay, I kind of missed it, but this might still work. Okay. Alright, I didn't die, so that's fine. Just a quick note that that whole section is a giant bottomless pit with small platforms all over it, so it is a very, very intense section to run. And you need to collect those flowers to feed the phoenix to be able to fly away. So you need 5 of them. And yeah, that was a bit messy, but I'll take it. Damn it, that's not good. That's a backup, but it's not really that great. I'd rather just have jumped from the vine onto the top of the drum. So now we're finally going to learn how to swim. So where we drowned at the very start of the game almost, we'll finally be able to make it across that. So I'd probably say this is most likely one of the most boring parts of the run. Not really much happens here, it's just a lot of conversations. After I've learnt how to swim, I probably will call for donations to be read out, if you guys got any.
Unfortunately, we haven't actually had any donations yet. So if you give us some donations to it, guys, I'll read them out.
Okay, no problem. Alright, well when that section comes up, if there is still no donations at that time, I'll just talk a bit about what my donation incentive is.
Yep, sure thing.
So, that miner at the top of the clock tower, I gave him bananas, and what he did is he squished them into banana juice for the monkey because he needed a drink and didn't need actual bananas. So, because I gave him banana juice, he's now going to teach me how to swim. There you go, I know how to swim. Okay, instead of going back around to the Village of Civilization, I'm just going to warp there instead. It's a little bit faster to do it that way. Okay, so this is the section that's pretty boring. Nothing really interesting happens here, just kind of talk to people. So my donation incentive is to show the go-karting section of the game. Normally you wouldn't do this in any percent at all, you'd only do it in all events. But a lot of people who have played this game as a kid saw the go-kart, either never used it or couldn't get gold time in it. I'm going to show how easy it is to get gold time in the game. You barely have to press any inputs. So since this run isn't going as well as I'd liked, I was going to say if it was on world record pace, I probably wasn't going to add it to the run. I was just going to open a save file after the run was completed. But because the run isn't going that well, I will probably just incorporate getting the go-go kart into the run. So talking to these, to everyone I have so far, I'm spawning a bomb up in a tree. For some reason, the bomb is sitting in the tree. I get the bomb to blow open the rusty door, and that way I can turn on the factory and have it open up an elevator to the underground. And here comes the next pig fight. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oh wow, I'm really choking this at the moment. So that was really slow. I should have been able to save that because he spawned in not that bad of a location, but I grabbed the platform above him, which caused me to not actually land on the pig and just take damage. What you would normally do for that fight is you would jump up top, jump on him, ride him down, and then throw him into the bag as you come lined up with it. So yeah, use the bomb, and now I'm able to enter the factory. So now I've got the key to the pond. That's the place where I almost drowned at the start of the game. So I'm gonna go there now. Because I'll be able to get across now because I am able to swim. But there's still one thing I can't do. I can't dive. I can only like move around on the top of the water. So I'm going to learn how to dive as well. Yeah, the EU version is called Tomba. NTSA EU obviously is called Tomba, and the Japanese version is called Ore Tomba. And yes, ESA16 is correct. The Japanese version is vastly different. It's actually missing loading screens. It loads twice as much. It has... You can't use the dog at the end of the game. You get a dog at the end of the game that works as like an infinite charity wing. But he does not work at all in Japanese for some reason. What else? A few of the events don't lock you in place like they do in this game. Like, you can't move in this event now. I think in the Japanese version you can move. I'm not entirely certain. I can't really remember. But a few of the events that would normally lock you in place in the NTSEU version freeze you in place. Or, yeah, let you move a lot in Japanese. I swear, if you ever want to like see the differences, you should just play the Japanese version, and I swear it'll be like a beta test. Go to Trick Village. I've only got 2 health, that ain't good. I can't damage boost here. Avoiding the fish here, they're all RNG. And getting hit by them like loses you probably, what could I say, probably about 2 or 3 seconds each hit, which is a bit ridiculous, and you can barely tell where they are. So I get hit by them quite a bit. In my PB run, this is where I lost all of my time. Most of the run was really solid, except for this section. See, he was just like right there. I couldn't really predict where he was, but I was able to react fast enough, fortunately. See, he was just right there. The fish just are everywhere. Sometimes they like double spawn as well, so you get like 2 of them in one section because you went off screen and then came back. Overall, that wasn't really a terrible fish maze. Damn it. Okay, next pig bag skip. I got it. So I have visual cues for where I'm on the correct frame to use the charity wing and still collect the pig bag. If you do it too early, you leave the pig bag behind and the run's over. Got that one too. Nice. Okay, I just got all 3 pig bag skips in the run. Getting all 3 of them in a run is impressive. Okay, this pig sucks. Just saying, like, this pig really sucks. It can go so wrong so fast. And it was really good. Okay, good. I don't even get that good of stormy pig fights in my actual runs. In my actual runs, they're terrible always. So yeah, this run had like a really dodgy start, but the current pace is actually not that bad. It's definitely not world record pace, but it's still pretty good. So the factory opened up this elevator which takes us to the underground. It's just like some little box that comes out of the ground, and apparently that's an elevator. So the feast wire I picked up from the 10,000-year-old man. It opened the door and then it broke. So I need to get a wire that's unbreakable. So this guy just happens to have one, he gives it to me, and now I can open all the doors for the underground. So this is the room for the 1 million-year-old man. And there's the pig door for the next boss as well. For some reason, the pig boss is right in his room. This pig sucks as well. Like, this pig can go wrong really fast, as well as the Stormy one. He can spawn too high for me to jump on him, and I really don't want that to happen. That is good RNG. Okay, that is very, very good RNG. The amount of runs, I was going for sub 50 for such a long time, and the amount of runs that pig killed, oh, it was hell. It was absolute hell. Okay, so now it's basically just rushing through the last two bosses. I don't really have to do much else. Okay, I'm going to try for a 1-frame swim here. If I mash the square button before the screen loads, okay, I didn't get it. But if I mash the screen before the screen loads, I can actually get a swim before I like lose control of Tomba. So the 1-frame swim would allow me to kind of just move to the wall already, and that way there's a chance he'll spawn right next to me, and I can save like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. A lot of the time saves in this game are like they're about less than 10 seconds usually. But the game is getting to a point where it's really optimized. Okay, that was messy, but it was okay. At least I didn't get hit by anything. There's like, because that section is very bottomless pit as well. There's like a few platforms that you just jump across, so doing that really fast without falling into the bottomless pit is pretty good. Okay, so this is the last of the main pig fights. The navy blue pig for the jungle. Damn it. Damn it, that sucks. Bit of a mess, but that's fine. If the pig wasn't so high up, I could have jumped on it and just threw it straight down into the bag and it would have been a good fight. Okay, so that was the last pig fight, except for the final boss. Still a few things we need to do beforehand though. So, because we caught all the pigs, we get instantly warped to this room under our control. So, this is the door to the final boss. And it's open, so hey, let's go. We can just do this now. Could just jump in right now, but For some reason, the pigs come back to life and they float away. For no reason, they just float away. And because no one's standing on the podiums, the door closes. So yeah, this is Baron. As I was mentioning earlier, the Japanese version, you can't use him at all. You just get him and he sits in your inventory. But in this version, he's actually able to be used as an infinite charity wing. And what I'm doing now is recruiting friends. I need 7 friends to stand on the podiums and let the door open so I can fight the final boss. So I'm just going around the world talking to people and getting their help. If anyone has actually watched my 80% runs, you're probably noticing now that I'm doing this in a different order. This is to account for the donation incentive. Good grapple room. As I said earlier, that's actually quite a little bit hard to do. Talk to this guy because this guy initiates the go-go kart section. That's actually a good topic to talk about. Just 2 days ago, I was going through the game to try and find just something that could sequence break the game. I used cheats to try and spawn items I didn't actually already have, and then go to areas I normally would not be able to visit. I go to those areas early, and I'm able to go there and do everything there, but I still have to backtrack to the other areas to get the pig bags. The game actually stops you from skipping areas without having backtracked. It's so well programmed in the way that it just doesn't allow you to break it. So I got the wine. Okay, so he's using the wine for the fuel for the go-go kart. And he gave me a fuel bar so that way I could use it as well. You have to excuse my sloppy menuing here. I'm not used to doing this. This is definitely just for the donation incentive. Okay, so this is the donation incentive here. I'm going to use the fuel bar, and I'm going to ride the go-go car, which I just hop onto and chew on for a bit, apparently. So I've got to get 24.96 to get gold medal. If I do this correctly, which it should be easy, it should be very, very easy. But I've said it's easier before and screwed it up, so I hope that doesn't happen. Right now, all I am doing is holding square and right and jumping at very minimal times. So no jump there. Okay, 24.66. So for the most part, you just hold square and right, and then jump maybe 2 or 3 times. and passing the gold time is really simple. That's the go-karting section. That's it. It's not too hard. I mean, in all events, you have to do it 3 times. And the main reason for that is because you want to get the gold medal, the silver medal, and the bronze, because they all count as their own events. But in this case, we're just going to do gold. So now that I got 7 friends, the door opens. Baron ends up being the 7th friend, because you only get 6. I'm going to catch the final pig. Bad RNG, that sucks. Okay. So, normally I would call time after the credits, but I'm going to call time now. For a regular
I was a bit late on that, but
that's okay.
it was like 52:15 or something.
52:15? Okay. That's still not bad considering I had to backtrack for the donation incentive. But yeah, normally when you do any percent of this game, you do time after the credits, and when you get the final score chart, and you get your in-game time as well and all that stuff, so that's when you usually call time. But in a marathon setting, it's just easier to call time when you catch the final pig.
Yep, we've got time to watch the cutscenes and stuff if you want.
Oh, okay, alright then, yeah. You get an anime ending as well, so... So this should have been about be about 54 with the credits included. That's not bad if I had, considering I had to do the go-kart. It would have been about a 52 without it. So yeah, not a bad run. On my stream...
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, that's okay, no problem. I just want to say that on my stream for this game, I'm not really doing any percent anymore. The sub 50 time I got, I'm more than happy with it. I'm ready to move on from the game. But I am still working on all events. So if you ever wanted to check out this game and see what doing all the events of the game is like, then definitely check that out.
Alright, thank you very much to Raikou99 for that run of Tomba.